Have you ever gotten home after school and wished you could get a bit more help with your homework? Well, WXXI-TV and the Rochester Teachers Association have something that could be the solution to your troubles. Their show, Homework Hotline, is a live half-hour show dedicated to getting kids in grades 4 through 12 the homework help they need.
We'll answer questions about anything, but the majority of questions we get are math. Probably 90% of them are math.
You could definitely get help with science questions. A lot of times there are social studies related questions, ELA questions. A lot of times there could be grammar ones too.
I'm actually a science teacher, but we get all different levels. We've had all different kinds.
If someone calls up with an AP physics or chemistry question, they have someone on hand who can answer that question for them.
We had a guy called one time, and when I was working at Dollar Teacher, we couldn't get him to talk him into coming on the air. But he started telling me, I have a PhD in this and I have a PhD in that. And he said, I used to be a practicing dentist and now I'm doing research here at the Eastman Dental Center. And oh boy, I'm going to be able to answer this question when he finally gets to it. And he says, and I'm going to buy a lawnmower. Can you tell me the difference between a 2-cycle and a 4-cycle engine is? And I said, you know what? My dad had a small engine repair shop in our garage when I was a kid. I can answer that. When I tried to get him to go on the show, I thought how great it would be for kids to see, you can know a lot on one area and still, not be afraid to ask questions in another, but I couldn't talk him getting on the show. But we get all kinds of questions. What grade are you in, Andrea?
7th.
7th, and what kind of question do you have for us?
It's which jar of peanut butter is the best buy?
Okay, let me go to the board. I like peanut butter. Do you like peanut butter?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So are we going to get a couple different prices that we got to compare?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The best way to figure it out is go to a store that has the unit prices right on it. Then it's a lot easier. All right? But
all right.
All right. But I guess we got to do it ourselves, don't we? Okay. Any idea? Now, when you see the unit pricing in the store, what have they already done for you that we've got to do here? Do you know?
The tax?
Well, no. Sometimes on the store, if you look at the prices, they'll have the price per ounce, depending on what it is. All right? And that's what we need to do here to be able to compare these. Now, how will we get the price per ounce? Do you have any idea?
Divide it?
You're right, exactly. That per means we're going to divide. It's a kind of a different format because we have time constraints. You can't do things the same as you would maybe in a classroom. One of the key things the teacher's taught to do is is a wait time. Give the kids time to process what you ask them and to think it through in their own head. Don't rush them, give them time to answer themselves. But we can't do that on the show as much. So sometimes you'll hear us prompting kids or helping them more than you would if you were in the classroom.
But even with the show's time-imposed limits, there's one thing that the hotline just won't do. Will Homework Hotline actually do my homework?
Oh, that's a good question. Homework Hotline is not going to do your homework, but it's going to show you the best way that you can do it by yourself. So it's going to give you the tools and strategies to be able to work through the whole homework assignment yourself and feel good to know that you can do it yourself and not rely on someone else to do it for you.
That's our whole main focus, is to give them the tools that they need to succeed. If we just fed them the answers, they wouldn't be getting the tools that they need to succeed in life.
Aside from pure homework help, the hotline also shows assorted pre-recorded segments on a variety of topics.
Some of the other things that we tape are our zoophilies, which a lot of the times they mostly go to the zoos and they will focus on a different animal that's at the zoo. Today we're talking about a monkey, and a lot of the times these are creatures that you wouldn't normally see every day. You wouldn't normally see a monkey. So we do our zoophilies. We do our healthy you segments, which are big right now, just kind of teaching kids how to stay healthy and how to eat properly, especially with our Coley segment, who shows the kids how to make healthy snacks or treats and things of that nature. We also have our Going Greens, which help kids to show how to not be wasteful, our New York State of Mind, and we have a whole bunch of different ones that we kind of rotate throughout the year.
Each show also starts with a special challenge to see which callers can correctly answer the day's question, with a different theme each day. Math Maze on Mondays, an animal guessing game dubbed Creature Teaser on Tuesdays, the trivia-based Brain Teaser on Wednesdays, and the Science Challenge on Thursdays. People who answer the questions correctly get a point in the Homework Hotline's Hall of Fame, with the highest scoring callers granted the opportunity to guest host an episode at the end of the season. One such high scorer was at the studio when we visited on April 27th.
My brother actually was on the show 6 years ago, and so I've been waiting to call in with the answers to the teasers, and it's been a lot of fun.
While the show lasts only a half hour, the end of the show doesn't mean the end of homework help, with Dial-A-Teacher available from 3:30 to 7, Monday through Thursday.
You could definitely call Dial-A-Teacher to ask questions other times. The only difference would be that your questions wouldn't be going on the show at other times. A little beforehand is when they are looking for kids for questions to go on the show. So if you call after the show, your question will be answered, but it may not go on the show.
With all that it offers, Homework Hotline's essential service is providing a more comfortable place for kids to seek homework help.
Once you get home from school, you don't want to be lectured at anymore, and I think Homework Hotline doesn't allow that lecture feeling. I think it's more interactive. We call the teachers by their first name. It's more of a personal level rather than just sitting in your chair at school and getting lectured to all day.
Homework Hotline returns this September at 5:30 on Kids 13, Channel 160. Or you can check out the show's website anytime at homeworkhotline.org. Call Dial-A-Teacher once school starts at 1-888-986-2345 between 3:30 and 7. Reporting from Rochester, I'm Kevin Brice.
That's all the time we have for tonight. We're saying goodbye, but Dial-A-Teacher is available with free homework help on the phone until 7 tonight.
I know.
Right.
Wannabes.